Math 122, week number 5. We only got one video. This week's homework, hopefully, knock on wood, is going to be a little more straightforward than the income taxes. We're dealing with CPI and inflation. Let's get to it. You check out number 1. I'm asking about 73 in 2005 for the prices of gasoline. You're going to adjust those for inflation. I'll go for these years, 80 and 2001. But different years, but it's the same process. Before we get into adjusting the inflation price, we need two things. We need the inflation chart, the CPI chart, and the formula. Hopefully the formula you've dug up, or you should have it checked out the class lecture notes. The CPI chart's right on your homework. Let's get to it. If I am looking at 2001, that is my year B in this formula. A year B is sort of the finishing year, where I'm going, the final ending year. Year A, well, I'm talking about 1980 in the problem, so that's my year A, and you can see the year A in the formula represents the starting year. So starting 80, I'm getting 2001. What do I need? I need the prices and the CPIs in those years. But, okay, I've got those numbers right here. So 1980, the $1.03 is the price A, the initial price. But if I'm talking about the gasoline in 2001, I don't know that number. That's why I'm putting a question mark. So that's the number I'm trying to solve. I'm trying to get that one. Year A is 1980, so I'm trying to get the starting year, the year A, the CPI. Get to the chart. The chart's going to have all the information. I got that number right there. Year B is 2001. My finishing year, my CPI. Once again, the chart reveals 177.1. I got that number. So at this point, I've done a lot of collecting information, but I haven't done any math. I've just got all the information in place. Now we can put things in the formula, because the initial price, the year A, is 103, so that goes in my formula first. The initial CPI, 82.4, goes on the bottom of my fraction. You can see I put it in the bottom of that, and then the finishing CPI, 177.1. Put it all together. The calculator shoots out an answer. I round around to look like money. Let's face it, we're dealing with gasoline money numbers here. So $2.21. Part C of that problem is a sort of an analysis problem. It's saying, well, it's actually, you did the calculations and you got $2.21, but actually it was $1.39. So what's going on? How's that different? Well, if the expected cost is $2.21, expected is a fancy way to say the inflation cost, and the actual cost is $1.39, then I'm saying the actual cost is cheaper, and the adjusted or inflation or expected, look at this math, people, we love all these different words, but the adjusted price is higher. The inflation price, the CPI price, is higher. Next problem, dealing with inflation rates. I've got this, you got this one, the 65,000, 2016, and so forth. I'm going to change the numbers, as always. You're going to find this formula to deal with inflation rates. And the first thing I want to focus on is inflation rate. That formula right here does not use the money number. We don't need the money number. We just need CPIs. I could do the big process like I did last one, but I think we can identify the 2 years, 77 and 2004, and I think we know where to find those numbers. That's the chart. Like I said, you know where to get those numbers. You'll dig those up. With those numbers, plug them right in the formula, let your calculator do some work, and then we've got it. We have the inflation rate. Never use the money number at all. So when I'm asking inflation, skip the money for part A. Part B, we are going to need the money. How come? Because I'm talking about a raise. So I'm getting a 17% raise, but from 17% of what? Well, that's where the money comes back in. I'm getting 17% of that $64,000 that my salary was. So in order to calculate this, here's a little math, shortcut. Whenever you see the word of in a math problem, 9 times out of 10, the word of means multiply. So this is actually 17.96 or 69% times 64,500. You know what to do before you multiply. You're going to move the decimal place 2 times. Calculator shoots that answer out. I've got it. That is what I would expect to get as a raise in order to my salary to go up with inflation. So you've seen the CPI as far as the gasoline prices. You've seen the CPI related to inflation rates. Both of those techniques, both of those types of problems are what's featured in this homework. I think this video hopefully will get you where you need to be. If you have any other questions, obviously the email is a good way. There's a Zoom online tutoring Saturday at noon. Check Blackboard. I get a link to that. Otherwise, get that homework in for Sunday evening, and we'll go from there.